A new hospital is opening in Vaughan this morning and is expected to help in the fight against COVID-19. For more on this, we'll go live to CP24's Beatrice Faisman. Beatrice?
Good morning, Chanel. This is an important day for the Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital. In fact, a transport vehicle just pulling up behind me now, waiting for the door to open so it can enter the ambulance bay here. This is just the latest of many vehicles we've been watching arrive all morning. In total, 12 ICU patients arriving from Mackenzie Health Hospital, just up Major Mac in Richmond Hill. About 30 others, general internal medicine patients are all being transferred here as well. I had a chance to speak with the mayor of Vaughan, Maurizio Bevilacqua, this morning, and he really described it perfectly. Vaughan is answering the call of history. Here's what he told me.
It's a day where the city of Vaughan intersects with history. It's COVID-19. The province required us to step up, and we did in a very meaningful way. And for the first part of the history of this hospital, what you will see is that we're COVID-19 focused, and it's a way to really illustrate that ultimately history calls upon you, and today is that day. The city of Vaughan, Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital, responding to an historical moment in the history of our province.
And this staff has trained for this a long time, Chanel. They were ready for it. We watched them all arrive around 6:45 this morning. This hospital has been a decade in the making, but what really makes it special is the fact that this is the first brand new hospital in the province of Ontario that has not replaced a previous old hospital in roughly 30 years. And certainly it couldn't have come at a better time in the midst of this pandemic. I want to be clear, this is not a COVID hospital. It's not going to be exclusively treating COVID-19 patients. Yes, it will have some of them, and some of the patients arriving here today are in fact COVID positive patients, but the real goal here is to alleviate some of the stresses, the pressure from surrounding hospitals in the GTA who have just been full to the brim with patients. Here's more from the president and CEO of Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital.
We've been fortunate. We've been recruiting for almost 14 months, so that has given us a bit of an advantage. We also, for critical care nurses, developed our in-house training program where we upskilled medical nurses into critical care spaces with Mishner Institute. So we've been at this for a while, but it is still a challenge. We need more staff. We're still recruiting. Anybody that's interested, we are hiring at Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital and across Mackenzie Health. So that will always be the challenge. I think we appreciate how precious human resources are in this pandemic.
And we've heard from so many of our intensive care specialists, Chanel, that the problem hasn't really been space. It hasn't been a lack of ICU beds. The real challenge over the last few months has been staffing those beds, making sure you've got enough of those specialized ICU doctors and nurses to work with these very specialized patients. This hospital CEO tells me he's ready. His staff is trained up, about 3,000 of them in total. And while today they're just getting transfers from Mackenzie Health Hospital down the street, on Tuesday they're going to begin receiving more patients from other hospitals across the GTA. Back to you.
Okay, Beatrice Faisman reporting live. Thank you.